Men tend to be seduced by visuals. The way a woman looks is sort of the primal way of seducing a man. They tend to be strongly influenced by female body shape and may find certain physical attributes, such as facial features or breast size and hip shape, attractive. This is thought to be related to evolution and the natural instinct to seek out healthy, fertile partners who can pass on strong genes. From a seduction perspective, this means that a woman's physical appearance can be a powerful tool for attracting and arousing a man. By presenting herself in a way that emphasizes her beauty, sensuality, and sexuality, a woman can tap into this primal attraction and create a sense of desire and longing in the man, while women are more responsive to emotional and verbal cues. That being said, the power of words cannot be underestimated. A skilled orator who can use language to create a sense of intimacy, understanding, and connection can be incredibly seductive. This is why many of the great seducers throughout history were known for their wit, charm, and ability to express themselves, creating a feeling of attraction and desire in another person. It requires a combination of confidence, charm, and emotional intelligence, as well as an understanding of what the other person finds appealing. Seduction is a powerful tool because it can make women feel pleasure and become interested or excited about you. As a result, their resistance to your ideas can slowly decrease, giving you the ability to influence and move them in the direction you desire. However, it's important to note that you cannot always be direct with women. Approaching the stranger and asking for sex is not a viable option, and she will likely resent it for good reason. Instead, subtlety and seduction can be effective approaches to getting what you want by being more indirect and skilled in your approach. People can be influenced to do what you want without even realizing it. Becoming a good seducer can be a powerful tool. You can touch any women from inside. Rule number 1. The outer directed. What sets a great seducer apart is actually quite simple. They are outer directed. When meeting someone for the first time or going on a date, a great seducer doesn't have that internal monologue that asks, "Does she like me? Do I dress well? Am I saying stupid things? What can I do to impress them?" Instead, they turn it off and become outer directed. They listen to their potential partner and enter their spirit, absorbing the things they say to gain an idea of what they're missing in life, what they want and need, and what makes them an individual. By doing so, a great seducer can reflect back to them the things that they desire, giving gifts and taking them to places that show their attentiveness. This is incredibly powerful, as in our day-to-day life, people are normally self-absorbed and rarely pay attention to us as individuals. When someone does pay attention and shows that they are interested in who we are, it is a rare and validating experience that we all crave. Furthermore, being outer directed also means that you're not overly concerned with your own needs and desires. You're not trying to impress or dominate the other person. Instead, you're focused on creating a connection and building rapport. You're interested in learning about the other person, understanding them on a deeper level and meeting their needs. This requires a certain level of empathy, emotional intelligence, and social skills. It's not just about being a good listener for buying expensive gifts. It's about genuinely caring for the other person and making them feel seen and understood. When you can create this kind of connection, you become magnetic, irresistible, and highly influential. You can move people in the direction you want without them even realizing it, simply by tapping into their desires, needs, and aspirations. Rule number 2, be the rake. Most men are interested in sex, but they are not really interested in the world of women. They are not interested what women think, their psychology, what will please them. The rake is so motivated by getting inside a woman's skin that he becomes an incredible seducer. He is a seductive archetype who is charming, dangerous, and unpredictable. Rake is the ultimate seducer with a reputation for pursuing and conquering many lovers. The rake is not interested in lasting relationships, but rather in the pursuit of pleasure and the thrill of the chase. He is often depicted as a rebel, an outsider who is not bound by society's rules or conventions. He exudes confidence and self-assuredness, and his daring and impulsive nature make him irresistible to some. To seduce using the rake archetype, one must be bold, fearless, and take risks. The rake is not afraid to express his desires, and he uses his charisma and charm to win over potential lovers. He is a master of creating tension and desire, often employing teasing, innuendo, and playful banter to keep his targets engaged and intrigued. The rake is often seen as a sexual liberty, unafraid to express their desires and take what they want, while you don't want to be disrespectful or pushy. Learning to embrace your own sexuality and be comfortable with it can make you more attractive others. The rake is known for taking risks and being willing to break the rules. While you don't want to be reckless or dangerous, learning to step outside of your comfort zone and try new things can help you become more exciting and unpredictable. Work on developing your own unique style, sense of humor and confidence, and practice socializing with a variety of people. While the rake is often portrayed as a rogue who lives outside societal norms, it's important to remember that they are still true to their own values and beliefs. Don't try to be someone you're not in order to fit the architect. Instead, focus on developing your own unique personality and style. Rule number 3. Be the coquette. The haircut is a master at delaying pleasure and seduction. They tease with the promise of reward, but keep it just out of reach to make the other person pursue them more intensely. Coquettes seem independent and not in need of anyone, which makes them very attractive to women. Women want what they can't fully possess. So the more difficult the conquest, the more valuable it becomes. The key to the coquette's seductive power is their ability to turn away. Most people surrender too soon, worried that women will lose interest if they don't give them what they want. But when you satisfy someone, you lose the initiative and become vulnerable to losing their interest. Vanity is important in love. Making the other person feel insecure about themselves and then reigniting their hope after they've lost it will enslave them. It's okay if the woman gets angry or frustrated with the coquette's hot and cold approach. In fact, it's a good sign because it means they're emotionally invested. The coquette should also understand the power of narcissism, which is being obsessed with oneself. It's important to understand the power of narcissism and how it can make the other person envious of your self-contained and self-involved nature. By reminding them of the early days of childhood when they were blissfully unaware of others, you can make them pursue you even more intensely. However, be prepared for some emotional ups and downs along the way. Your hot and cold approach may frustrate or even anger the other person. But remember, this is a good sign that they're emotionally invested and can be easily enslaved by your seductive power.